how to get abs, how to maintain abs year round. Not so much what you should do, but what you shouldn't do. Ever? That's horrible. I'll never do that again.
What is going on, guys? This is Joe and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. As you can tell by today's title, obviously this video is going to be all about how to get abs and how to maintain them year round. Damn, this bagel is hot. It burned my hand. Now, what really sparked the interest of this title is that I like to think that I can maintain some level of abs year round. I'm not always shredded year round, but I can maintain a very healthy body fat. For me, right around anywhere between 12 to 15% in the off season is where I like to sit. And if I can maintain that year round, if I wasn't competing, I bet you I could maintain like 10 to 12% and be even sharper year round. But because I want to be able to maybe pack on a little bit more lean muscle tissue, for me, 12 to 15 I find is the most optimal, but I digress. The reason why I'm coming up with this YouTube video is because I had a new client yesterday actually, asked me during this session, are we going to do anything to train the midsection? Basically, I can tell by his question, he wanted to know what were gonna be like the steps for as far as like getting abs. Because the number one thing I hear whenever I sit down with a consultation with a client and I ask, hey, what are your goals? The number one thing I hear is, I want to get abs. They don't care about as far as like building a bigger chest, building a bigger arms, specializing in certain training. The number one thing that I hear all the time, male, female, I want to get abs. That's it. That's what everybody wants. I think it's because we all want to look good. Like, sure, we want to make sure we're healthy. We want to make sure that we're living a long and quality life, right? But the number one thing I hear is I want to get abs. That's all anybody really cares about when it comes to working out. I mean, how many times have you searched up, if you're in the fitness niche or interested in fitness, how many of you guys have ever searched up like an ab routine online? I know when I first started working out, I wanted to make sure that my abs were always on point. Like, that is the number one answer, and it's always been the number one answer. Because again, at some degree, we all just want to look good. So today's video is going to be all about how to get abs and how to maintain them year round. Now, before I even get into how to maintain abs, now a little bit of a disclaimer, this is really how to get maintainable abs. There are different degrees of conditioning when it comes to your overall core development. If you are single digit body fat, shredded out of your mind, your abs are going to pop and you're going to look amazing, but you will probably feel like doo-doo caca. So these are maintainable abs, the type of abs where you take your shirt off, you go, hey, this guy's in shape, he works out, he has some abs. They're not gonna be quite as shredded as if you were like show condition, but again, I want to be able to help people get the body they want that they can also maintain, not just they can have for a season and that's it. Because tip number one when it comes to getting abs is to be realistic. Don't try and shoot for a Chris Bumstead shredded physique when you could look like maybe Chris Evans in Captain America. Had some level of ab development. Not as shredded as Chris Bumstead, but majority of the population would say that Chris Evans looks pretty darn good. And that's what I want to help you try and do. By the way, today's breakfast, we have two Dave Killer bagels. These are blueberry ones. I put some cream cheese on them, and as well as a Power Crunch bar. Because side note, besides this video, I weighed myself yesterday at night, and I was only weighing 170 pounds. The bulk so far is not going well. I'm putting in a lot of food. I am just burning through it like crazy. So what that tells me is that I need to basically up my calories, maybe do a little bit less cardio, but I love doing cardio. So if anything, I gotta eat more high calorically dense foods. I'm gonna have these two bagels. I put a lot of cream cheese on there because it adds a lot of calories. I'm having a Power Crunch bar, which is gonna be a higher calorie dense protein bar. And I'm taking a banana for the road because although I'm bulking, I wanna make sure that I'm being somewhat healthy at the same time. I'm still trying to eat fruits and vegetables every day, not just throwing that out the window. But anyways, that is today's breakfast. Number one when it comes to getting abs is to be realistic with them. I'm gonna train some clients right now. I'm gonna eat this on the way there, and I will see you guys as the day rolls on.
Alrighty, so here at the gym right now, about to catch a workout, taking some creatine monohydrate as well as 1 scoop of pump action. Again, a non-stim formula because I'm taking a break from caffeine. But the other tip as far as how to get abs, how to maintain abs year round, not so much what you should do, but what you shouldn't do. What I recommend is actually not to rely on supplements to actually help you try and get abs, right? A lot of supplement companies try and push fat burners and whatnots to try and promote you to help lose fat and kind of keep it off. Now, although they help, they aren't gonna be the main catalyst that actually help you get abs and maintain them. That's gonna come a lot through obviously nutrition, training, cardio, all that good stuff. So one thing you shouldn't do when trying to do that is actually rely on your supplements. Don't just think you can take this, eat whatever you want, train half-ass and expect to get the maximum results. So not so much a tip on how to or what you should do, but more so what you shouldn't do. And I almost spilled this pre-workout all over a $5,000 camera right in front of me, and that would have been atrocious. But gonna drink this, catch a push workout right now, and I will see you guys during the workout. Cheers. Unnatural, huh? Okay. Alrighty, now, when it comes to training, right, I never train my abs, and the reason why is because when you do more like compound movements, more movements that require a lot of core stability, like your incline dumbbell press, your squats, your deadlifts, bench press, even simple movements like lat pull down, seated cable roll, a lot of those movements involve your core anyways. So for me, I never really train abs. To get abs, you don't need to train them. It's all about just losing the fat in that area enough for your abs to show. What you also really need to get better at is displaying the abs, right? How you pose, how you flex, a lot of that has to do with actually how well your abs actually show. When it comes to training, I actually never train them. So if you thought this was gonna be a video on how you should train abs to get abs, it's actually a myth. You don't actually need to actually train your abs to get abs. It's all about being lean enough so they actually show.
Alrighty, back here from the gym, and what we got going on, a little bit of a post-workout meal. We have some salmon, I have some rice, and then I have a bowl of popcorn here. Now, the next tip, right? Obviously, if we're overweight, we have fat we need to lose to get abs. Number one thing, you have to be in a calorie deficit in order to do that, right? And there's obviously two different ways to actually create a calorie deficit. One is actually eating, right? Making sure you're eating less than you burn, but if you find yourself that you're eating a little bit too much, you find yourself that you're not burning enough. The other thing to do is to actually burn more calories. So it's a combination of the two, really the amount of calories that you burn and also the amount of calories that you intake. The best way to be in a calorie deficit is to eat lower calorie dense foods. Now, the salmon and rice are honestly a little bit of a higher calorie dense foods. The salmon is a little bit of a higher fattier protein, which is good because it actually has healthy fats. But still, fat is a very calorically dense, macronutrient. And then rice, I don't usually eat rice when I'm dieting, but right now I'm actually trying to add on some weight. So I'm eating a little bit more calorically dense foods for myself. But for those out there, a great option is actually Smart Pop popcorn, which I still eat in the off season. Very low calorie dense food, lots of volume. I have a big old bowl of popcorn like this for the same 200 calories that there probably are in this white rice that's in a smaller container right here. So it just kind of goes to show you 200 calories of popcorn versus like 200 calories of rice in here. That's the next tip of the day as far as actually how to get abs, is being a calorie deficit if you have fat to lose. The other thing, and I'd be lying to you if I said this wasn't true, it's gonna be a genetic component. Your genetics will also determine the type of ab that you have and really the highest body fat you can have while still having abs. For me, 12 to 15, I still have some visible abs at that body fat percentage, and I can actually maintain that. For other people, they might have to get down even lower because the way their body fat is distributed among their body, a lot of it can be stored right in that midsection, making it very, very hard for them to actually get abs. For me, there's actually less fat stored right in the front where my abdominals show, but I store more fat in the sides and lower back. So my fat distribution patterns are pretty good for having abs. I mean, even at my heaviest ever, when I bulked as hard as I could, I still had some outline of abs. Being a calorie deficit, that's a given. The other thing too, though, is your genetics, and that's something you just can't change or choose. You gotta just make best with the cards you're dealt with. Now, as far as the actual calorie deficit goes, you have to find a nutrition plan that you enjoy eating. Like, you have to actually enjoy, because again, we're talking about not only getting abs, but able to maintain them. If you killed yourself, ate foods that you just didn't enjoy all to get abs, you're able to maintain it. So for me, I found a nutrition plan that I like, that I enjoy, foods that I enjoy eating every single day, that allow me to stay on track, not only have abs, but keep abs. And that's what it's all about, baby.
Hold up. Before we go to the next clip, I really want to emphasize this next point, and that is balance. In order for you to keep and maintain abs, you have to be able to have balance in your life. If you're always so strict all the time, that eventually leads you to be binge eating, fall off the wagon, and this constant cycle of never being able to really maintain abs. And to emphasize this point, well, here's a clip of me shotgunning a Four Loko for the first time. I hope you enjoy.
I do a lot of fitness content, right? And part of fitness is like balance. This is balance, really, at the end of the day.
Saturday for the boys.
For the boys.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Kill it. Kill it. You lost the bet. Kill it. Go, go.
Not the Four Loko.
Here it comes, look, it's coming back up.
Finish it, Joel.
That's still a lot, bro.
Finish it. Right now. Go, go. Finish it. No mame way. Finish it. Go, go, go.
Give me
go, go.
a minute, give me a
No,
minute.
no, there's no minute. Go, go.
No, we're almost done.
No, go, go.
Still nothing? Oh, no.
Finish it? Okay, finish that. A little bit left. Just finish it. I don't care.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is about balance. That was my first Four Loko ever. That's horrible. I'll never do that again. Come on.
There you are.
Alrighty, as you can tell by my dog right there, we went for a walk right now. Now, part as far as like getting abs, able to maintain them, you can actually do that without necessarily going to the gym. You can even do that as so much as just doing some cardio. That's my next tip, is to not skip out on cardio. When it comes to obviously getting some abs, you have to be in a calorie deficit, enough to lose body fat to a lean enough level to actually show your abs and being able to maintain it. And that doesn't mean doing a bunch of high intensity training when it comes to your overall cardio. I went for a leisurely walk right now. That is something that I enjoy doing on the off season, and sometimes a treadmill, sometimes a bike ride, sometimes it's a walk. Pick the cardio that you enjoy doing and just stick with it. When it comes to obviously getting abs and trying to maintain them, make sure to do your cardio. Don't skip out on that. Not only do I stand by that, but also Ruka stands by that as well, huh, Ruka? That's why she is so shredded all the time, as you can tell. Alrighty, last and final point that I want to emphasize, and I kind of just want to recap overall. This video was about how to get abs and how to maintain them. This was not about how to be shredded year round. It's just about getting abs, whether that's 2, 4, 6, 8 pack, whatever you can maintain for you and your genetics that allows you to be happy. Again, maintainable, not something that is completely unmaintainable. Sure, you might look great if you were absolutely shredded out of your mind, but can you maintain it? Are you satisfied with the way you look? That's really the overall point of this video. It's not about how to be shredded year round, how to have abs that allow you to be happy, that you can maintain and keep. Whatever that is for you, so be it. Not go out and compare your abs to somebody else's that you see on social media that have theirs filtered, edited. Who knows, maybe are even miserable all the time because they have to maintain a certain image for social media. And even then themselves are having a hard time maintaining that look. Find something that you can maintain that you enjoy. Allows you to have balance in your life and overall allows you to be healthy at the end of the day. I am wrapping the video up here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys are new. It's me, your boy Joe. Peace.